Welcome to the After the Show Movie Podcast, brought to you by your hosts, Ace Scully and Sid Talk. We're addicted to movies. Are you? We should be firing fireworks and sending off balloons because it's our 900th episode.
Woohoo!
Have you got any fireworks or balloons?
No, I thought you hated fireworks.
I do, but I make an exception.
Well, happy 900th. And that is not the before the after, just...
Do you know how long the podcast has been running?
20 years?
17 years.
Right on.
I went back and looked at the original file that we recorded for the first episode,
Okay.
and it was in 2008.
Fantastic. Do these people even know how many years we've been around?
We're elderly podcasters.
We were podcasting before podcasting was cool, or maybe the first time podcasting kind of sort of came around.
It became cool when we started.
Oh.
We were the ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the narrative. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, congratulations. You work hard to do it.
Thank you.
To do
And
the
you
audio.
do too.
I don't. I sit here and answer your questions.
And watch a movie.
And I watch a movie and I talk to you about it, which is what we did before. And then you decided to just turn that into a podcast. For many years, we sat at a little thing, like a bar stool between us with the microphone on it, staring at each other for the entire show.
Yes.
Which was, I mean...
I liked it. I thought it was fine.
We don't do that anymore. We're each at our own computers. I'm playing cities.
And before that, we wrote reviews on a website.
Yeah, and I got tired of that.
Yeah. You much prefer doing talking.
Absolutely, because I just sit here at my desk with a cup of tea, and you stick a microphone in front of my face, and then I talk, and then we're done. I'm done. I don't even listen to it again.
Well, I do the hard work.
And we thank everyone who listens ever. If you ever have, I mean,
We
you're
do.
listening
We thank
now.
all of you. And you all get a nice slice of cake.
No, don't promise people things. I've had this talk.
Virtual cake.
Virtual cake. Just imagine whatever flavor you like.
Correct. All right. Is that it for the beginning of the podcast?
I mean, you brought it up. So
Yeah,
we're good.
that's it. All right. It's Saturday, July the 19th. This is After the Show, episode 900. Yay!
Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba-da-ba-da.
We look at a new movie every week because we are a movie review podcast. And this week's no exception when we look at the movie Friendship. It's a 2025 movie out now on streaming, rated R. Its runtime is 1 hour and 40 minutes. And it's from our friends at A24 who sent us a copy for review. Sid Talk, can you give us the synopsis of the movie Friendship?
First, just in the spirit of celebrating 900 podcasts, there's a pet peeve of mine that I fucking hate when
Mhm.
people say it. And you just said it.
I said it?
Blah, 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 blah. And this is no exception. Blah, 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 blah.
All right.
You can continue saying it. But I feel like, we're celebrating. And so just, that's a thing. And you're welcome to tell me anything that you hate.
You're just being like this guy in this movie, just saying what you... saying everything that comes to your mind.
I don't know. True, he does.
Yeah.
Synopsis is one friend isn't quite as into it as the other friend, and the one friend is a bit, we're going to say seething. I wanted the song Seething to be, or Seether to come on at any time because it felt like he was just bubbling under the surface. That's not the synopsis, I know. But
I'll give you... The synopsis on the box is only one line.
okay.
It says, a suburban dad falls hard for his charismatic new neighbor.
Yeah, that's definitely the vibe. It doesn't fully invest in that, but that's what is happening,
Yeah. Friendship. Paul Rudd is in this movie as Brian Fantana from Anchorman.
True.
I mean, not true, but true. Sito, what did you think of A24's Friendship?
I enjoyed it very much. I was having a really good time. And I said at one point, we took a pee break, which we do because we're at home. We can do whatever we want. That I love a movie that actually I have no idea. I had no clue what was going to happen. The possibilities of what could happen. Nothing. It was like absolutely not just unpredictable, but like I wasn't thinking oh, what's going to happen. It was almost like I just went with the flow, like Twin Peaks or some shit, right? Like I was just like, okay, I can actually not grasp any of this. other than the vibe of, oh, one person is drawn to the big personality person and he's kind of unhinged and we'll just go with it. But it didn't feel formulaic or anything. So I loved that.
Yeah, it's very, I saw it explained as in an interview with Paul Rudd, cringe comedy.
Absolutely cringe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That is a good, yeah.
You are going, oh no, what's he going to say? Oh, this situation is awful.
Precarious.
So explain why it's awful. Why?
Well, we have our one guy who we're not really introduced to him as being awkward or,
Guy.
difficult. He's just kind of nothing, right?
A suburban guy.
We meet him and his wife. She's had cancer. She's over it. And when he speaks at this little meeting thing, support group, she's like, instantly we get the vibe that she's not irritated with him even. Like, oh, just
over him.
Stop. Yes,
Yeah.
over him. Not even like romantically over him.
No, just over what he says.
Almost like I'm embarrassed that you're here with me, but not quite. It's a vague feeling. So then we kind of move on from there, and everything is he's an outsider to everything. And then he meets this friend, the Winky Winky guy, which is Brian Fontana.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, actually, it looks like Brian Fontana on his day off or something.
Yeah.
It's got the mustache. It's got the hair.
We'll say Brian Fontana's brother, Austin Fontana.
Yeah, because... And he's also in TV broadcasting, the local weatherman.
Yes, he's the local weatherman. But
Yeah.
he's charismatic. He kind of friend flirts with him because our guy takes a package to Fontana's house. It's not Fontana, but you know who I mean. Paul Rudd's house because it got delivered to the wrong house.
Austin is called.
And Austin is instantly, they zoom in on our guy's face, Craig, and he's like, oh, this guy's kind of like friend flirting with me. And I don't mean that in a sexual way at all. I mean,
Just like,
everyone
we're
should
going to
know.
be buds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like he thinks I'm interesting or something. I mean, again, it's all very vague.
We
but
get each other.
You get, and right. And then, of course, Rudd takes him on a couple of a little adventure, and then that turned
Like
into something.
mandates?
Kind of, and then invites him over to a night with the friends, and then he's very inappropriate, and so it's even the men are like, okay, we're not into this guy, and then he gets rejected, and we see some what we would call them fantasy sequences in his mind of
Yeah.
how things are going, like end of the world, and he's the guy saving the world at the end, or that his friend that the friend evening is just successful. I mean, this is how sad this guy is. That his fantasy is that everybody likes him, pats him on the back, and says, hey, had a great time tonight. Not like anything like Emperor of the Universe, like in that other movie, Empress of the Universe.
Yeah.
But like just that he's accepted on some, that's a fantasy though. That's his fantasy.
His fantasy is he wishes he fit in with everybody.
Yeah.
But
And
he
then we
doesn't.
kind of go to, it's not like super dangerous, but seething is all I could think of. Seether, you know.
And he's very like, because he's unpredictable, you don't know what, I mean, there's
He's
a gun
easily-
involved. And
Yeah, and he's easily unhinged because he drops his phone and he starts wailing, like screaming bloody murder. It's kind of this weird, awkward, like, what the hell? Kind of, you know what I mean? He was really awkward.
And also at work, there's a group of men at work that also feel the same about him.
Yes, we instantly, one guy calls him a loser, like behind his back, and
Yeah.
doesn't really hear him. And
I mean,
it's
because
really sad when you think about it.
because he's just a guy, but then he's a guy who has got a lot of friction, rubs up against everybody.
Yeah.
Only because he's not normal, so to speak. Like he doesn't fit with the norm.
He's not abnormal. He's just awkward.
He just
That's like
doesn't he just doesn't go along with the flow.
he doesn't.
I thought he was, at first, I thought, well, he's just a guy who's a bit awkward. He's probably going to have this friendship with Paul Rudd's character, and everybody will learn something about each other. But it really doesn't go that way.
It doesn't. No. No.
The movie I Love You Man, also starring Paul Rudd, with some similarities to this, but it's much more mainstream and
Oh, yeah.
ordinary.
The guy that the friend isn't They're not.
No, it's very
awkward.
ordinary, that movie.
Yeah.
It's like you get a man friend and you're friendly and you learn something about each other, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, this is more
not that.
like I watch a lot of murder shows, and it's like this guy could end up on Dateline NBC. I mean, that's what we're talking about here. This guy is a bit. He was such a nice guy or such a blank guy. I never even noticed him. And then he turned out to, steal a gun and held up. It's what he does. So
alongside all that, the awkwardness is extremely funny. I laughed a lot at the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's that weird comedy. It's almost sometimes, I was thinking of this, Tom Greenish.
A little bit.
Like, what the fuck is he saying?
Yeah, the performances aren't like, you can feel the giggle. Do you know what I mean?
A bit like when you're watching Anchorman.
Yes, you feel them giggling full on at some points, like I did anyway.
Yeah, like this might be the fourth take.
Yes, and they're just like, who gives a shit? It's just a dumb movie. Like, why do we're not, what I mean? They don't take it super seriously, but I got that vibe.
But does it have a serious message? Does it have a message?
I don't know.
I mean, the message is the tagline, men shouldn't have friends. That's the message. But I don't know if that's a good message.
I don't think that's a good message.
Like, we should all just have no friends and...
I mean, what is... Yeah, you're right.
Keep to ourselves, because it's only going to end in trouble. Right?
Because why?
Because we're like children.
Someone does say to him, he's a boy.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm a man. And you're like, no, you kind of are like a boy, for sure.
Yeah, with your, like, the clothes that he buys and there's just something about him.
He's got an innocence about him while also feeling like a serial killer. It's a very odd character.
And you're right. He has got, like, a weird, boyish charm. But then he's very, like, he knows stuff. He's an adult, right? He knows. Yeah,
we're not describing it very well.
It's an unusual character. It's hard to explain.
It's vague. There's a vagueness about it that you can't quite put your finger on any of the stuff, except that this guy, right?
Yeah.
That's all I know. I know this person.
On a review I was just reading then on IMDb, somebody was saying that they really liked it, but it didn't really go anywhere. Now, I don't think every movie has to go somewhere. I think sometimes the journey is the fun of it.
I get you.
Like, this isn't wrapped up in a little bow and,
Yep.
Like I say, what's it trying to teach us? Does a movie have to teach us something? Maybe it just taught us to...
That's a deep question about art in general.
Yeah. Maybe what it taught us was just to have a laugh. We laughed at it. It was funny. It's just funny.
Because, like, you don't get the feeling like, he's being super rejected and we should all feel bad because he's awkward and then you should be
it never plays on that. No.
And also it doesn't feel like, you should all be very aware to stay away from this guy. Like, it doesn't have any side. Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't play a side. It just shows you what happens.
Am I mad because it has no message? I don't know yet.
I'm actually not thinking about it. Because it doesn't do the obvious thing. Because the obvious thing would be like to make you feel sorry for him.
Absolutely.
Because of how outcast he is. Or for you to feel terrible about the other guys who are casting him out. Like, they should deal with him and like, but no.
Okay, so either we're missing the point or there wasn't a point.
Maybe the point is exactly that men shouldn't have friends.
I hope not.
That's a funny message. So the person who said it doesn't go anywhere, I disagree because it does have an arc. There are changes in the characters throughout it.
I don't know about that. If you really think about it, all that happens is things happen. I don't think anyone changes.
I think our guy changes slightly.
I don't think so.
Especially his attitude towards his wife.
No, I think it's revealed
right
about how he is in his marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think he's come to any revelation or new way of thinking at all. So that's a good point, actually. This person might be right.
My favorite line in the whole movie, I'll say it out of context. I've said it to you. Is the police come to this guy's door, Craig. They come to his door and they say, could you tell us where your wife is? And he says, just point blank looks at him and says, she's in the sewer. And you have to watch the movie to understand why that is.
Yes, out of context, it makes no sense, but it is funny.
It's very funny, yeah. There's often a line that he gives where I'm like, what is he saying? Like, what is he saying to these people? When he goes to visit Paul Rudd's character at the local news place, just turns up there.
Yes.
And he's like, why are you here? And he's like, well, I've got a meeting here. And he's like, what are you talking about? I've got a meeting with some dickhead.
The only thing we can pull out from this is that he must have been really good at his job, at least at some point, because he's going to meet the CEO at the television station, and then he's the on-point person to start the campaign for the mayor. At least his boss puts him in that position. But listen to what his job is.
Yeah, I did like how they described his job.
His job is to create or to help manufacturers or people, so in this case, the mayor, or an app or a game or something like that, trying to make it so that their product or service or whatever it is irresistible to people.
Addictive.
You get addicted to it. He says, no, it's habit forming.
Yeah.
They want it to be habit forming. So his entire job is to figure out psychology of people to make them addicted to something. Like, well, we're going to use that word.
One of the things he said was like, one of the things for the app that he was developing or whatever was to make you feel bad if you don't come to it every day.
Yeah. Yeah. So
means.
that told me a lot about him.
Yeah. So yeah, that's his job. It's not a noble job. I did like his pitch though. He did a pitch for the mayor.
Well, the first pitch was pretty neutral, but
And then
then
the second pitch was exceptionally good. Yeah, it's funny. Now I'm thinking it back. It's funnier than I'm thinking. There's a lot of funny moments.
it's going to be one I believe you're going to watch again, kind of like Anchorman. Where
I do too. The subway moment was hilarious. Yeah. Left field stuff. He does some drugs at one point, not in the normal way of doing drugs. Very weird. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Not just because it's A24, just I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I knew Paul Rudd was in it. I knew it was a comedy. That's about
one
it.
of the biggest charms of it is that it is, you can't figure it out.
And the guy who plays Craig, who is in it more than Paul Rudd,
Absolutely.
Tim Robinson, I don't know him. I wasn't aware of him. I don't know him, but I like his sense of humor. So
Absolutely.
maybe there'll be something else. Apparently, I looked him up. He's I'm probably the last person on earth to know, but he was on the Saturday Night Live, which I don't watch.
I don't either.
Yeah. But yeah, he's very funny. Let's get on to the cast. Paul Rudd as Austin. He's Paul Rudd. I mean, he's good though.
He's always
There's some
good.
emotional stuff in here. There's some very funny stuff.
But I always feel he's on the verge of, let's not take any of this too awful seriously, everybody. We're just making a movie. Ha ha ha. That's how I feel. All the things that he's in, unless we've seen him in something. He's a bit snarky. He's a bit like, we're going to do this one last take because I just can't. Yeah, we're just going to do it and be done with it. I'm not insulting him because I enjoy watching him, but
yeah.
Now, the last one we watched with him, I forget what it's called. You
Death
said
of a Unicorn.
Right. There was a bit more nuancing there, and he wasn't this guy. So,
and that one, while it had comedic stuff, it wasn't a full-on comedy, was it? Tim Robinson plays Craig. I would say he's the main guy. He's in every scene, isn't
Absolutely.
he? And I found him very funny because at first I'm like, I don't know this guy. I've never seen him in my life. And then I'm like, what is this? Oh, this character's a bit awkward. And then it just unfolds in this. He's way more awkward as he goes along.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some of the things he says and does, you're like, yeah, no, nobody would say and do that, but maybe this guy would. I really like him. Thought he was funny. Kate Mara plays his wife, Tammy. What do you think of her?
She's good because she's also kind of slightly not awkward the same way as him, but
there's some awkward shit going on.
Something about her that, she kisses her son on the lips, her teenage son.
In a really, prolonged.
Not prolonged, like sexual, but just like he leans over, kisses her straight on the mouth. And even the dad, the main character, goes, "You kiss each other on the lips?" And she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it."
Yeah.
But there's nothing else about it. It's just that. Again,
it's just a layer of cringe.
The vagary of this whole story it's a bit much. So she's good. She's fine. She makes me feel like she has endured 16 years with this person.
Endured would be the word.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can tell she's on the verge of being done. And, spoiler, she is. So, I liked her, though. She's kind of cold. What I don't like about her character, it's her character, not her. And she does it very well. So that's a credit to her. Is she's constantly asking for help.
Yeah.
And you know me, because you're my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And you've known me for 25 years. Do I just loosey-goosey ask you for help?
Never.
Never. I mean, not never.
You will be coming up the stairs with 5 boxes and 10 grocery bags.
Banging
and
on the stairs.
I'll look right at you and say, do you need help? And you go, no, I'm all right.
No. In fact, I'm like, no. Why are you asking me? So this woman instantly starts saying, oh, carry this over here for me. Bring this to me. Carry this for me. Put this in there for me. Do this for me. And I was like, ugh. But she does a good job of it.
Yeah,
I
really like Kate Mara as an actress. I think she's really good. We've seen her in a lot of stuff over the years. Jack Dylan Grazer plays their son, Stephen. Put him down as well.
He's fine. I mean, he's playing a 16-year-old kid. I don't think he's 16.
Pissed off teenager, kind of.
Yeah.
He plays a pissed off teenager, and I believed it. Directed by Andrew DeYoung. This is his first movie. He's done TV comedy stuff.
Oh, so the person who's in memory of was also a DeYoung.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, okay. Well, they may not be related, but at the end of it, it has a in memory of something DeYoung. I didn't realize.
What do you think of the directing?
It's functional. And then the sequences where you are supposed to be kind of like, oh, I'm a little uneasy. We're good because there were parts where, and I don't normally like this, but a little bit of camera flare and weirdness in a couple of scenes where you're getting to know our awkward guy. And he's just on the verge of like, you don't know what the hell. He's unstable. That's done well. And then the kind of fantasy sequences, are well done. Just enough tension and weirdness with the camera and the act. So I think he did a good job. Yeah.
It seems right for this kind of movie, how it looks. And it takes place, it looks nice because there's a lot of snow.
Yeah.
So IMDb reviews, what are those?
Those are reviews on the IMDb, which is the Internet Movie Database. If you've never heard of the internet or movies or a database, well, catch up. But you will find the 1 stars, and 1 star is the lowest on the ladder of stars. And you like to make fun of people, unless, of course, you agree with them. In this case, I'm pretty sure you're not going to agree.
And no. This movie overall gets 6.8 out of 10.
Okay.
On IMDb, but there's 28 people who give it 1 star. Let's see what they think. Number 1 says, cringeworthy. I think that was the idea, right?
Absolutely.
He says, I left the theater feeling as if I needed a deep cleanse. The scenes supposedly meant to be funny were not. Instead, they created a disturbing sense of voyeurism as the viewer is forced to watch an emotionally handicapped person.
Okay.
So that's how he felt. I think that might have been the point.
It's fair, but is he? Because we don't go there with it.
Second guy says, see this movie if you hate laughing, but like feeling uncomfortable and kind of gross. I agree, but I think you will laugh as well. It depends on your sense of humor, I guess.
Absolutely.
I think my sense of humor is tuned to this kind of weird shit. It always makes me laugh. We're watching The White Lotus at the moment, which is full of awkward humor, right?
Well, that's more dark. This is
but
more,
also a little bit.
With all due respect, this has a lot of the dumb humor that you love.
Yeah. And then the third guy says, it's the worst movie ever.
Oh, ever? Oh, I forgot. That's a classic. That comes up in a lot of reviews.
I was conflicted by all the positive reviews, contrasted with all the negative reviews. How could somebody write a 9 out or 10 review and say it is so funny when others were saying it was a 1-star movie? The positive reviews have to be fake. There's no other explanation for this. It's genuinely the first time I left the cinema. There's always one of them.
There is. Yeah. Well, not always, but very often we get worst movie ever made, first time I ever left the theater, waste of time, never should have been made, and they're classics.
Classics. All right, so those are the IMDb reviews. Let's give this movie a score. I'm going to give Friendship a 7 out of 10.
7. It's fair. I'm going to say 7.2 because I laughed a lot and I was very uncomfortable. I even put my hands up a lot in front of my face. Like, I don't even know what. And I'm not that. I mean, I could watch blood and gore all day long.
I don't know how to react to this.
This is like, I was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. That's how I felt. Oh.
Yes. Very, very fun movie. And I didn't know what to expect. I like ones where I don't know what to expect and it's a nice surprise at the end.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not saying this is a surprise at the end of the movie. I'm saying I was like, oh, I really like that.
Absolutely.
It was, sometimes comedy as well can be, you can sit and watch a whole comedy film and think, what the hell is this?
For example?
I would give an example like Bridget Jones.
Okay. Well, that's just
like, it doesn't make me laugh. Like, it's just too.
It's not universally questionable. That's just you.
I mean, a lot of people probably think it's the funniest movie ever created, right?
Possibly, yes.
But to me, it's just like, it's like looking at I don't know. I'm like,
go on.
It's like the vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
When there's the lovely,
but you love vanilla ice cream
one over there as well. Yeah.
I love vanilla, but I'm not in love with Bridget Jones, so I'm just saying.
Right. It's subjective comedy.
That's why you like the more prickly things, because it's something.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of neutral. I get you.
Yeah. See, I feel about a lot of sitcoms, like people say, you didn't watch Friends? And I'm like, well, I did watch a couple of episodes and it was literally like just me looking at a screen like this. With nothing coming out of me or going in. It was just, I'm just like, oh.
Nothing going out or going in is very different than you saying or it didn't feel like laughing.
Yeah.
So like,
that's how I feel about a lot of sitcoms. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I was actually pleasantly surprised. You had Two Broke Girls on a while ago. And I was surprised that I was laughing at that because I was like, wow, this is actually kind of edgy in a way.
Yeah, because remember, well, you weren't there. Okay, so my mother was ill last year. She had been diagnosed with breast cancer the year before. And then last year she was unwell and didn't do any treatment. And as she got more and more unwell, I would spend a lot of time with her and she'd be like, let's watch Bull, which is a show about a guy who helps scientifically find jurors, and it's like a murder mystery every week, you know what I mean? And he's part of it. So at first I was like, oh, I'm not gonna love this, but I'm with my mom and she's really into it. We'll watch it. And then Two Broke Girls, she kept going, I want to watch my girls. I didn't know what she meant. I want to watch my girls, the girls. They're waitresses. And I'm like, I couldn't think of what she meant. And then I'm like, oh yeah, because you and I always joked for like 10 years that everywhere you turned,
you could see
on
them.
any television station, there was Two Broke Girls coming up or Two Broke Girls, whatever. So I'm like, oh, I was not interested. And then we started watching it on streaming, of course, episode, because she'd want to watch like 3 or 4 in a row. And I got totally hooked. Like, I haven't watched it, I don't think, since she passed away. She passed away in November, so that's sad. And I haven't had it in me to like go back and watch it, but I probably will. I'll start from the beginning and just do it all. But yes, it's one of those that
you're like, I
you
can't
don't
believe.
want it to be funny. I didn't even want it to be funny.
Yeah, but sometimes I was watching it, I'm like, I can't believe what she's saying there. Like, like this is a mainstream, like.
That's what my mom would say. Like, they tell me this was on regular TV because she would only watch it on like Netflix or Plex TV or whatever, right? Streaming. She's like, they tell me this was just on regular TV and that, they're just so naughty, these
Even
girls.
I found it hard to believe. I was like, this must be like some uncensored version.
See, now
something.
you need to watch again because Jennifer Coolidge. And now you're liking Jennifer Coolidge because of White Lotus.
Stifler's mum.
Well, I don't know about that. I know from White Lotus and from Two Broke Girls.
Well, she's always Stifler's mum to me.
I think Two Broke Girls would change your mind.
Well, I've seen a few episodes and I didn't hate it. So there you go. And I hate American sitcoms in general.
You need to go on IMDb and put that as your review. I watched a few episodes and I didn't
hate it.
Beautiful.
All right. So that is
There's our review of Two Broke Girls.
Yes. So thank you to A24 for Friendship. Next week, we're going to look at Megan 2.0.
Thank you, A24, for your friendship.
Friendship. And Megan 2.0, she probably won't be your friend.
She's not your friend.
No.
I mean, if she wants to protect you,
yes.
then she'll be your friend.
Yeah.
but
All
not
right.
anybody else's.
Movie recommendations. I am going to give you I Love You, Man. Slap in the bass, slap in the bass.
Is that where that came from?
Yes, that is where that came from.
Okay.
And Anchorman, which I'm very fond of Anchorman.
Give me a bunch of quotes because you know you've got them in your head.
There's too many to mention.
Milk was a bad choice.
Milk was a bad choice, yeah.
What did he call her?
Did you eat the whole wheel of cheese, Baxter?
And what did he call her?
Oh, Corningstone. They're going to put Corningstone on. It's very funny, that movie. I mean, come on.
I remember when you first saw it and then you just watch it and you're not that person.
I'm
to
just a
watch
fan
something.
of like movies like Airplane.
You
And
are.
I didn't realize that Anchorman was that kind of movie. But then I like Will Ferrell. So I watched it one day and I was like, holy shit, this is an Airplane movie, basically. I mean, it's just stupid. But I like it. I mean, it's also, I feel like it's kind of timeless because the humor's not specific to that time.
True.
And we didn't milk it, did we either? We're not on like Anchorman 10. There was 2. The second one wasn't that great.
I was going to say, I know
Yeah.
your opinion there. Yeah.
But I also would agree and say that Airplane is brilliant and Airplane 2 is not that great.
Mm.
It's almost like a copy and not as good, you know?
Well, it's that philosophy. Hey, we made a thing and everybody liked it. Let's make it again.
Yes.
Let's regurgitate.
All right. What are your recommendations?
Our recommendations are going back to all of film cinema history. We've already got all the way up to the 1997s, and it's just horror. These are movies I've seen. Not that I'm recommending to you because of quality. I just know that a lot of people want to be just like me. So if you do, then you'll be making notes of all these movies I've seen so you can watch them all as well.
Correct.
So we're up to 1997. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
The sequel, Reboot, is in the cinemas right now.
Well, it was very of its time. You know, Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, even the beginnings of, what is it we're going to watch soon?
Final Destination.
Yes, all that kind of like, there's a very specific vibe. It's probably got a name, I don't know. And then we move on to 1998 with Phantoms.
Yeah.
And you know,
Ben Affleck was the bomb in it.
I know I watched it. I looked at a picture. I don't remember it.
I
know
don't
I
rem-
watched.
I've definitely seen it too, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
I couldn't either.
Apart from Ben Affleck.
I should watch it again. Halloween H2O, which would be the 10th or the 20th. I don't remember. It's 20 years, maybe the 10th Halloween, where he's come back after his head got chopped off.
Something to do with water?
And What's Her
H2O?
Face was in it. Jamie Lee Curtis came back to do that one.
Yeah.
Then we have Pie, which I also forgot, but then I looked and I'm like,
Darren Aronofsky, right?
I know why I forgot it, or it's tucked away somewhere in my hard drive in the back of my head, my database, my AI, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because I looked at the trailer and I'm like, oh yeah, it's super pretentious.
It was Darren Aronofsky's first film.
I don't care. It was like so far up an ass of pretension that it's like defines it, which is probably at the time I was probably like, ooh, you know, and now I'm like, ugh. And then we have a classic, I think, Blade.
Blade with Sir Wesley Snipes.
The original is not a knight or whatever. What is that called?
A knight?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, he's not that.
No. He's good. He's good, though, in that movie.
And those are my recommendations.
All right. Thank you very much.
Aye.
Hey, Scully Stuff. I've been playing the new American Truck Simulator DLC. There's a DLC. It seems like they're closer and closer together, doesn't it, at the moment?
Mm-hmm.
They used to be, I feel like there used to be 2 a year, but now it seems like there might be 3 or 4. Anyway, we just recently had American Truck Simulator Missouri, which was a big deal for me because, why?
Because you live in Missouri.
Exactly. So even you joined in on this escapade. We sat down and we drove around Missouri.
Went through my home county. Had to watch.
Went to our city, went to your home county, went all around Missouri, and it was just like driving around Missouri. Apart from it's not quite the same, right?
True.
Like sometimes you're like, "Woo, we've got there quickly."
Oh, absolutely. And it's not perfect, but it's good. It's fun.
Yes.
Fun.
If you don't know what American Truck Simulator is, it's a PC game where you become a driver of a truck and you get a little trucking business It's a simulator of trucking.
American Truck Simulator.
Exactly.
It kind of says it all.
But it involves like a business simulation where you run your own trucking firm and you hire different drivers. And you also go out on the road yourself in your truck. What they've added recently, it's not new to this DLC, but they added a truck like driving test kind of scenario where you have to go through all these stages of learning how to drive a heavy goods vehicle. And I went through the first section of that, and the second section I got to was so incredibly hard for me. It's, reversing long trucks into parking spaces. I just can't do it. It messes with my head. It's like left is right, right is left, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about. If you're in a truck that's attached to a trailer, the trailer goes the opposite way than what you think it's going to go every time you turn the wheel. So it messes with my head. I can't actually park like that. So what I normally do, if I have to make a delivery in this game and they say, can you reverse the truck into that loading bay? I just drive him forwards and go, that's as good as I can do, mate. You're gonna have to pick the cargo and walk around the side of the truck and take it in.
So you're actually simulating how you would actually...
How lame I am at driving a truck, yeah. So Iowa is the new DLC, which... Do you know Iowa well? I mean, we live right next door to it.
Well, you don't live right next door to it. I grew up right next door to it, literally the county next to Iowa. So I'm familiar with this southeastern corner.
Right.
Somewhat.
So what would stand out in Iowa?
Nothing to me.
Right.
Bloomfield.
Well, let me tell you what
Bloomfield
they say.
has a really cool courthouse. I mean, if they put Bloomfield and they don't do the courthouse, they've missed a trick.
What it says in the write-up that I've got here, it says a truck through 12 cities, including Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, Dubuque. Is that right? Dubuque?
I don't know what you're looking.
Let's say Dubuque, Burlington, Iowa City, and more. It doesn't mention the place you just mentioned.
It's not Dubuque. I can 100% guarantee, and I'm not even looking.
Dubuque.
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 There's no R.
No, there is not.
Dubuque, Iowa, of course.
Okay. What it says is, set out on an epic journey to Iowa in America Truck Simulator. Explore the Hawkeye State as you drive through the I-80 to the capital city of Des Moines and discover charming towns alongside the Mississippi River. So the Mississippi River is a big deal of Iowa, right?
I mean, it goes through it.
Yeah. So it's got the whole state of Iowa. It adds on to your American Truck Simulator experience. About half of America is now covered if you own all the DLCs. And it's going to be really fun when they're all covered in. I want to do like a trip from the top corner to the bottom corner, you know?
Yeah.
Like the longest trip. So that's American Truck Simulator Iowa. It's available now on Steam. And I believe right at the moment it costs $11.99.
That's pretty good value at least for you, because you really enjoy it.
You do get many hours out of one of these. If you enjoy driving around, you do get many hours out of one state. In fact, if you just concentrate and stay in that state and don't leave, you get to see everything within if you're playing it solid for a week, you'll see everything.
People might not understand that you genuinely just like driving around.
I do.
I pick
up some cargo and then I go from one place to another and just see what I can see along the way. I mean,
I love that. So funny.
Such a fun game as well.
This is also what you like, probably what another game you're going to talk about.
Which one? Oh, Death Stranding. I talked about that one last week. Still playing Death Stranding 2. Again, Death Stranding 2. It's a delivery simulator, but it's a little less grounded than this one.
These games say a lot about you.
They do. I used to have a paper round as a young boy. Maybe that was why I liked having a paper round.
You remember it fondly.
I could run around and, deliver and see everything. All right, Sidtar, what's for dinner?
Subway. Inspired by this movie because we saw it and you said
funny.
You want to have Subway, so that's what we're having.
This movie has a Subway in it. Not a subway, not a train station, an actual subway.
Right.
As part of the plot. Very strange.
Correct.
Yeah.
My advice? You're saying what's my advice?
Yes.
My advice?
Yes.
It isn't really advice. I just thought of something this week. I thought I'd share. So what are we as a person, so we're a person, we're kind of a creature in the world, right? What are we if we're not a predator or prey? Now, I get it. We all consume, we all destroy things so that we can live. I get that. So that's predatory in some ways, right? Because in order to live, something must die. Like the grass our house is sitting on had to die to build this house. You need to get what I'm saying. People eat animals and whatnot. But I don't feel like I am the person who subjugates myself to anybody. Like, I'm not the prey you're looking for. I'm not a good customer for you to advertise to. I'm not a good person for you to zoom in on to try to suck me into your cult of any kind, political or religious, of any kind. I'm just not. It's like, and it's not on purpose. I'm not like trying to fight it. I just couldn't give a shit about people trying to manipulate me or convince me of something so that they can profit from me in one way or another, right? Either in a relationship. So this movie made me think of it too. So in this movie, our guy, the kind of awkward guy, maybe not consciously, but profits from the friend who is dynamic and interesting and goes on adventures and winks his eye, and he's in a punk rock band-ish rock band. He's on TV, and our guy kind of profits from the feeling that being this guy's friend makes me more, right? And so when that doesn't work, he's like a predator of this, whatever it is this guy has. He wants that. He wants that, I don't feel like I have that. I don't seek out people who are lesser than me so that I can feel good about myself. Like, I do artworky stuff, and I have no measuring stick of, oh, well, I drew a thing and it's just a little bit better than yours, but it's really cute that you're trying. You know what I mean? I don't have that shit so that I can feel good about myself. I want a new fucking Picasso to be in my life so I can be like, oh my God, you're inspiring. Like, this is awesome, right? Maybe that's my profit, right? For someone to be better at something than me so that I get to like be motivated and inspired. I don't know. But I don't feel like in relationships, I'm good at being a predator or prey. Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
Like, I don't go on the hunt for friends or friendships with people who seem...
Is that inspired by this movie? Yes.
Not fully. I've thought about it for the last few days, just in general in life. Like I said, I watch a lot of murder shows, and what I'm picking up a pattern is that a lot of the women who get murdered by either ex-boyfriend, current husband, or neighbor or work person, and yes, it's women being murdered by men a lot, is that the women, what the people say about the women is that they're very dynamic and they've got big personalities. And when they first got together, he really seemed to really enjoy that she had a good job and she was really big personality. And over time, he started trying to shut her down and trying to rein her in. And that he was kind of awkward and he was never the sociable one. And he didn't really like to be around other people. Do you see what I'm saying? So something about these people, they want to profit from your personality, but then like a predator and then destroy you. So that also kind of got me on the route of that.
All right. Thank you, Sid Talk.
Genius, I know.
Well done.
Well done.
All right, ascully.com. That's the place you can go to get this podcast. You can also go to Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and find us on social media. You can also go to YouTube, Amazon Music, iTunes, or Spotify, and you will find this podcast. You can email feedback to me, ascully@ascully.com. Don't email Sid Talk. She doesn't want your email. And stay classy. Slapping the bass.
I'm going to say, think for yourself, because if you're not doing it, you're somebody's prey, and they're going to do it for you.